1922. A 15-year-old boy arrives in Tokyo, desperate for work. He walks into a small auto repair shop, hoping to build cars. But instead, he's given a baby. Take care of this. No machines, no salary, no future. For months, he carries a child on his back, watching others build engines. Most people would walk away, but not him, because that same boy would one day build one of the greatest automobile empires in history. His name was Soichiro Honda, and this is his story. Soichiro Honda was born in a poor village near Mount Fuji. His father repaired bicycles. His mother was a weaver. Life was simple, but also painful. He lost 5 siblings during childhood, and school, he hated it. He struggled with studies, even faked his report cards once, just to avoid embarrassment. But Honda wasn't interested in books. He was interested in movement, in sound, in machines. One day, everything changed. A strange noise echoed through his village. He followed it until he saw something unbelievable. Ford Model T, a machine moving on its own. He didn't understand how it worked, but something inside him clicked. Without thinking, he started running after it. That moment didn't just inspire him, it defined him. At just 15 years old, he left home. No degree, no money, just a dream. He moved to Tokyo and joined Art Shokai. But reality was harsh. He didn't work on cars. He cleaned, he carried tools, and most of all, he babysat. Months passed. Nothing changed. But instead of quitting, he observed everything. Every sound, every movement, every mistake. Slowly, he learned, and one day, he got his chance. From cleaning floors to fixing engines, from a helper to a mechanic. But Honda didn't just want to fix machines, he wanted to build them.
Honda decided to start his own company. His goal? Build piston rings. He got a deal with Toyota. This was his big opportunity. But then, disaster. Out of 50 piston rings, only 3 were accepted. It was a massive failure. Most people would give up. But Honda? He went back to learning. He studied metallurgy, worked day and night, pushed his limits. Finally, he improved, and success followed. Orders increased, factories grew, everything was working. Until World War II. Bombs destroyed his factory. Then an earthquake hit. Everything was gone. Years of hard work destroyed. After the war, Japan was in crisis. No fuel, no transportation. People were struggling to survive. One day, Honda found a small engine used in military radios, and he had an idea. Attach it to a bicycle. Simple, but powerful. It worked, and suddenly, people wanted it. In 1948, he founded Honda Motor Company. This time, he wasn't rebuilding, he was rising.
His early models? Not great. Too heavy, not practical. But he didn't stop. He improved again and again. Then came the breakthrough, the Super Cub. Simple, affordable, reliable. It became a global success. Honda became the largest motorcycle manufacturer in the world. But he wasn't satisfied. He wanted more. Cars. People warned him, you can't compete with Toyota and Nissan. But Honda ignored him. In 1963, he launched his first cars. At first, they struggled. Then came the breakthrough, the Honda Civic. During the oil crisis, fuel-efficient cars became essential, and Honda dominated. Then came Honda Accord, comfortable, efficient, reliable. Just like that, Honda became one of the biggest automobile companies in the world. ended. From babysitting to building a global empire. Before his death, Honda said, "I made many mistakes, but never the same mistake twice." And that is the mindset of a legend. Final line, success is